Welcome to the Run to Remember Memorial Marathon podcast. I'm your host, Kristen Fairs, joined alongside race director Carrie Watkins. This week, we're talking race medals with Mike Ketcherside of MTM Recognition. Also joining us is Robert Samis, who's now training for the half marathon, and Pastor Josue Araujo of First Church, the host of the wonderful Pancake Breakfast. Don't miss out and join us to run, volunteer, or cheer for the 2024 OKC Memorial Marathon, the weekend of April 26th through the 28th. Visit okcmarathon.com for the latest information. Carrie.
Back in downtown Oklahoma City at the Griffin
OKC.
Studios. I'm sporting some new gear.
I love it.
Let's run this city. Should have brought you guys some. I'm sorry, but you can go to the museum store and get it, or okcmarathon.com. But the new gear's coming in, and it's fun.
It's exciting.
Fun to hype it. I'm like the world's best model, I know, but it's fun to see it. And we got to start marking our calendars. We're
It's March.
50 days out.
Yeah, that's crazy. We have reached to the point where we can say this race is next month.
Not turning back now. So tomorrow is another deadline. If you want your name on your bib, get registered by tomorrow,
Friday, March 8th.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then the next big deadline is the end of the month, March 31st, and that is if you want your name on the lead car. So you've got two big dates to motivate you to get in this race. So we hope one of those will be a part of it. Sign up at okcmarathon.com.
Yeah, and both are fun. It's fun to have your name on your bib, and it's really fun to go down at the expo and the cars parked outside.
Look through 20,000 names.
Look through 20,000 names and find your name on the car.
I do think last year we finally alphabetized them, although that was another little glitch. But there's always a glitch somewhere. But anyway, get involved.
Get signed up. Get signed up by tomorrow.
That's right.
All right. Well, we all look forward to the finish line and getting a medal. Our first guest is Mike Ketcherside. He's the Vice President of Sales with MTM Recognition, and he has been providing the medals since the very beginning of our race.
We have.
Yeah, we are so glad to hear a little bit about that.
Well, first, thank you, ladies, for having me on this podcast. I'm a big fan of it.
Good.
I think it's part of my routine getting ready for the race and training leading up to it and listening to it. So I'm a big fan, and thank you for having me today.
Well, you and MTM, Oklahoma City, Dale City based, a local place. These are all designed and made here in Oklahoma. You are kind of the world premier leader in awards and recognition. I think you do a Super Bowl trophy or something like that.
We do a lot of things, headquartered in Oklahoma City or Dell City, if you want to really look at where we are located. We've been in business since 1971. Unfortunately, our founder passed away last December. But we've been in the rewards and recognition business for 53 years. But it's this event is really special to us. We've been involved since the very beginning, designing and producing not only the medals but the awards. And every year it's something that we certainly look forward to.
When you get your award in the mail, they've come straight from MTM in Dale City. So they handle it all. We give them the list and they do the work. And I can't say enough about the importance of this partnership. But every year we try to recreate. And so you see now the 2024 medals are with us today. Mm-hmm. And they're very colorful and fun. But any race you run, you're going to leave with a medal. And if you run the Why We Run, it's an incredible medal that we just signed off on yesterday. So you'll see it coming in the next few weeks. And then if you're running Oklahoma City and Tulsa, you get the Oklahoma Standard Medal. It's a big piece of the heart of Oklahoma. And so those are the kind of things we're really proud of. And we're proud to have MTM as a partner in this. And Mike's a runner. He runs every year.
Yeah, so you run every year?
I do. I've actually participated in every year except for one. I was hurt in 2004.
That's pretty amazing in and of itself.
I trained our CEO that year, and he ran. So I ran through him that year, which was a lot of fun. But I think I ran the first 18 of the 19 full marathons.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
So the last few years I've been running the half, and I really enjoy that distance. And then 2 years ago I ran the 5K on Saturday, and I ran the half on Sunday, and that was a lot of fun.
So you got a Why We Run medal.
I did get a Why We Run
What'd you
medal.
this year?
And I'm thinking this year I still want to do the full. My body is holding up. I'm training for that.
Oh, great.
Most likely it'll be the half, but I'm thinking about the relay because I've never done the relay before, and I think that would be a lot of fun. So I've got some people that I've talked to about joining me. So we'll see. But I will definitely be there. I know that registration goes up tomorrow, so I might make a decision today.
Okay.
We'll see.
So if you
can get your name on your bid.
Let's just look. Here's the relay medal, and here's the full.
I know.
You gotta decide what you want.
I know.
What kind of bling do you want?
They're
big or not so big?
And the great thing about the marathon medals, the ribbons are beautiful. We get to bring some creativity through the ribbons. Carrie was very clear early on in this that this race is not about the medal. And so you might find a fancier medal out there, but that's not what this race is about. The medal is really important, and obviously as a runner, you can't wait to have someone like Coach Switzer one year that draped it over my neck.
Family member, a survivor.
A family member, a survivor.
First
it's
responder.
really special. But, our purpose statement at MTM Recognition is we celebrate champions. And why it's so great is because that's what this event does and has been doing that since the very beginning.
And you brought along the first medal, which
I did.
we're just saying the medal was gold, which, by the way, we've already designed the 25th anniversary for next year. And it's bigger, but it will have some gold. I mean, not real gold, but, gold look. But look how things have changed. It's heavy, and they didn't do fancy ribbons back in 2001.
No, we did not get very creative with the ribbon, but I think the common theme here is the tree. The survivor tree has been on every event, and that's the focal point each and every year of the medal. And we're just so proud at MTM to be a partner and to provide the medals and the awards. And we have family members that lost, people in the bombing, and everyone that was around at that time knew someone that was connected to it, and so it's really personal to us, and it's a community event, and we're right here in the community, so we're very, very proud of our partnership.
What I love about that medal, it has these three: celebrate life, honor their memory, reach for the future.
Yeah.
So that was our mission in 2001.
Wow.
We're still doing it 24 years later. We'll be doing it next year as well. MTM has helped us reach for the future and celebrate life and certainly honor their memory as we've gone over these last 24 years. So we're really grateful for that and for all you guys do. And Mr. Smith was a legend.
He was.
He created
and
something before
he loved
anybody else.
this. Every time he talked about the race, he would bring up Carrie, and he would bring up, that it's in April every year, and it's the one thing that you can mark on the calendar every single year. And this is really unique. The other thing about being in the recognition business is we get to touch things that have inspiring stories, but nothing has an inspiring story like this event. So it's amazing, and the fact that we get to play a little piece of it to help celebrate life is a lot of fun and very meaningful to our company.
Right, and we will celebrate his life and honor his memory as well as we put these on everyone. It's pretty cool to be in the same warehouse as the Super Bowl trophy and the Big 12 trophies.
I learned something new today.
Maybe the SEC trophies.
They are sitting there now on pallets in the warehouse, ready to go. You're just waiting to get to the finish line.
Come to the finish line.
Yep, you just need to get to the finish line.
That's exactly right. I'm guessing, Carrie, I was thinking about this earlier this morning, that there's probably been close to 500 people that have crossed the finish line since the inception.
500,000?
500,000, excuse me. I made that number up, but I think it's close.
I have to go add it up.
And it's
but I'm
so
going to trust
cool.
your numbers.
It's so cool that MTM has been a part of that each and every year. So,
and I
thanks.
love that it's a local company.
Like we do too.
Yeah.
We always get hammered by people like, oh, we can make bye-bye.
Yeah.
We really do try to stick with local folks who can help us for a lot of reasons. I mean, those are families in Oklahoma, families in Oklahoma City that are likely running or have been impacted by this, and they're always good to compete with overseas, and we're really proud of the fact that they're designed and created right here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. Well, where else would you have the vice president of sales running in the race, getting his own medal around his neck at the finish line?
Thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate your partnership.
We appreciate
the
it.
partnership.
Love learning about the history of the medals and love seeing the new ones. Something to run to motivate everybody to get to the finish line.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next guest is Robert Samis, who is training for his second half marathon. Robert, we're glad to have you join us today. We're glad to hear about your training, how it's going.
Thanks for having me.
So,
Robert's got 2 little kids at home.
Too little.
Little. So
little.
2.5 and 1?
Yep.
So how do you work training around that?
I try to wake up early in the morning, but luckily my wife is a trooper and she lets me get out when I can. But the big runs usually on the weekends, so that's when I'm really cutting off a lot of time away from them. So
Yeah, it is a absolute devotion or dedication to get out and get these runs in. So you're running with some buddies.
yes.
You guys started running relay, and then you went to the half, so you could all run together.
We ran the relay back when the course was different, and so last year the course was, I think, rerouted. But I love the course, and all my friends from high school, they kind of come in, and this is kind of our stamp time of when we're all going to meet up and try to run. Some make it, some years, some don't. So
You had quite a crew last year. I remember you guys coming across the finish line.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
You
we
guys decorate yourselves, and
Yeah.
you have some fun.
yeah, and we have people running all different paces. So
Do you have any friends in Delaware, West Virginia, Rhode Island, or Vermont? Because we need those 4 states still.
No, not that
Oh shoot! Maybe your friends have friends.
Yeah.
But we're still missing those 4 states. I was hoping you had some friends there.
So how's your training going?
It's going good. Just trying not to get injured because that's what I kind of hear. Don't push it too hard. Last year I kind of fizzled out around 10 and then miles and then got back into it and still finished under the 2-hour mark. But
Are you doing anything differently this year now that you have a year under your belt?
really sticking to that weekend run and trying to hit at least 3 runs a week. So
What made you take the jump last year to the half from the relay?
it was always something I wanted to do, and I did really well on the relay. I like to run by chasing people, so I was chasing down marathoners or half marathoners, thinking I was doing really good, and then I realized, hey, I'm running 6 miles and they're running 28. So
26, yeah.
yeah, 26.2. So I just kind of committed, and one of my buddies actually got me into it, and he kind of rallied the troops, and so.
Were you a runner prior to this, or is this a new hobby for you?
I always liked running. I always played football, so looking back, I should have ran cross country instead of playing football. So.
Oh gosh, let's don't go there. Well, what tips do you have for other folks who are jumping into the half or running? Do you have any things that worked for you that you'd recommend?
Garmin watch, and then pretty much having a community of people that keep you to showing up every day, because not every run's going to be great. So having people you can text and kind of talk about the experience together. So
It's 81 day, 30 the next. Does that impact you?
No, not really.
You just keep running?
Yeah.
Just keep running.
Yeah.
That's good.
good.
That's good practice for race day.
What are some of your favorite spots on the course?
Well, last year I loved the beginning. I've never been kind of through that part of town and then running through the Capitol on the roads that is usually so busy. I thought was just awesome. So I want to run the full sometime because it goes through my neighborhood in Lakehurst. So
Which they say is quite the party.
yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
So I also have to stop running at one time so I can be,
You can be
part
at
of
the
the
party.
party.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lakehurst was new to the course
3 years ago, I
3 years
think,
ago?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. And they're
2 or 3, yeah.
They're really trying to
They're giving Gorilla Hill a run for his
compete
money.
Gorilla Hill.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say there's food, drink, bounce houses, everything you want is in Lakehurst. So I hope I can get out there this year just to see it because
I got out there 2 years ago.
And you loved it,
It
right?
was fun. Yeah, it really was a good and a place on the course where you need that.
right.
I mean, you've been running for a long time when you get to Lakehurst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy long time. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We know you're going to do great. How many buddies are running?
We have 5 right now. We're trying to get up to 10.
And you said coming in from outside of Oklahoma, right?
Yeah. So
Where all do they come from?
Mostly Texas. Trying to get a buddy from Colorado.
Delaware, Rhode Island, Vermont, and West Virginia.
Tell your buddy from Colorado that if you're training at altitude, you come and run in Oklahoma. It'll feel really easy to him.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who does that every year. He
And he
trains up in
breezes through,
Denver,
right?
And he breezes through because he's been training at altitude and he comes here and it's great. So that should be motivation for
Yeah,
him.
I'll let him know.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Robert. We will keep up with your progress and look forward to seeing you on the finish line and getting you one of these fancy new medals.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks for having me.
Now entering its 13th year as a marathon partner, Sonic is the official volunteer sponsor. You'll see thousands of volunteers wearing their Sonic shirts throughout race weekend.
Hello, I'm Claudia San Pedro, president of Sonic Drive-In, and on behalf of the entire Sonic family, we are proud to support the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon. Oklahoma City's renaissance is anchored in our resilience following that fateful day in 1995, and we continue to flourish because of our commitment to one another and to our community. Sonic congratulates all marathon participants and extends a heartfelt thank you to all of the volunteers. Have a great race.
Our next guest is Pastor Josue Araujo. Pastor, thanks for joining us today.
Well, it's such a joy to be here. Thank you for inviting me and including me. We're definitely glad to be here, and thank you for getting my name right.
Well,
you deserve a medal
thank
yourself.
you for your help with that and your grace in saying it wrong a time or two.
So you are the pastor at First Church,
Yes.
which is across the street from the memorial.
Yes.
And you guys sustained very serious damage in 1995 in the original sanctuary, which is now Harris Hall, and then built a beautiful new sanctuary. They're very good to help us, let us use it on April 19th sometimes when it's not perfect weather outside.
Yes, yeah.
But the most important thing is you guys are just great neighbors, and you get why we're here, and you've been a partner all along. And I know you're new to this seat, but your parishioners have come along with you, and we're so excited. You guys are going to do the pancake breakfast again.
We are. Yeah, we're excited about that for sure. We are planning, for 1,000+ people to come in our dining room or more, or Harris Hall, I guess, and enjoy. We're having partners that will provide, pancake and sausage and other goodies for us to share, and provides a space as well for the relay runners. A lot of them hang out there waiting for their turn. Yeah, so they watch the race and hang out with us for a while. We also have bathrooms, very important.
Very important.
Because there's not a lot of bathrooms on Robinson Avenue. So we have bathrooms at the church, and we welcome folks to come in and use them before, during, after, families hang out. We even have dogs come in and think about the pancake as well. So,
well, the relay buses, you board the relay buses there at the corner of 5th and Robinson. And so it just was a perfect place for people to hang out. And they have made thousands of pancakes over the years. At the expo, you come in and get a little tiny pancake to whet your appetite for Sunday. But these folks get up early and start.
What time does your day start?
Turn on the griddle.
A crew gets there about 3:45.
Oh, wow.
And get the batter going. And the pancakes actually begin serving at 6 a.m. or 5:30, one of the two, somewhere in there. Probably both, actually, because 5:30 we have our Survivor Tree service.
Right. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we have a service at the Survivor Tree. It's short, maybe 20 minutes or at the most. We have a little worship, just blessing the day. The thousands and thousands of people that will be involved, the runners and their safety.
People love that.
Yes. And
it's packed.
Just
good way to
getting
start
that awesome day started on the right foot, asking God to bless it as we move forward that day. So.
And then you guys also do a blessing of the tennis shoes. Can you tell us about that?
Right. So Saturday night, the church has a custom now, because we're not going to have services on Sunday morning. We have service on Saturday night, and that'll be at 6:30, because we're at the expo until 6 p.m. So everybody's invited to come to church at 6:30 that evening on Saturday night to have a service with us, enjoy worship, enjoy a message, and we'll definitely bring the shoes up to the altar and bless them, or any runner that come forward as well, and just bless them and ask for God's blessings over them as they run. So that's the partnership that we have, and we're excited to do that again. The bombing definitely took a huge toll in the church, and for those of you that may not know, the sanctuary at the time became a place where they would bring in bodies.
It was the morgue.
And they were there until they were identified. So it's a very sacred space, and that's where we do the hangout right now for the pancake, and where we serve people and welcome them.
Gorgeous historic church. It was a church built after the land run, and just a very historic church, and played such a critical role in those days, and still does. I mean, I think about the role of that church. Could have gone anywhere. They could have gone to the suburbs. Could have moved anywhere. They stayed in the heart of downtown and have just plowed through, making sure they have people downtown have a place to come and worship. And people come from all over that are your members. But
yes,
what a great service, and just partnership that you are with us, and just always giving and helping. And the Heartland Chapels outside. That was a project done by the several different backgrounds: the Jewish, the Christians, the Muslims. And in 1995, it was the world was hard, but that day people came together, and the religions came together like I've never seen. That was incredible. And so I know you guys have worked on that and kind of updating that. It's going to be one of our 30th anniversary projects we're working on together.
Yes.
But, I mean, I can't say enough about First Church. And Ruth Schwab, who's a volunteer, is one of your folks.
Yes, she is.
She's a survivor, I'm sorry.
She's a survivor she was actually on the 8th floor of the building when the bomb happened. She actually, unfortunately, lost an eye. She was in surgery that day for several hours. They were trying to make sure she could keep both of her eyes. It was very traumatic, but she sits in the front row every Sunday. Her children are involved in the church, and Casey, her son, is the chairperson of our marathon committee.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we are embracing it. We are excited about it. We're really happy to be the church that gets to partner with the memorial and make this day happen. In a small part, but also in a fun part, pancakes at the expo, pancakes at the church,
right.
Providing hospitality for anybody that needs a safe space to come in. We are a shelter-in-place location as well, so if something were to happen, weather or other threats, we are a place so you can come in and welcome the community to be a part.
You guys are incredible.
Yeah, what a great partnership.
If you hear a little noise, we're downtown Oklahoma City, and there's all kinds of things going on out here, but that's just that's how we roll.
We just
so
own it
no big deal. But
happens.
Pastor, I can't say enough just about what your leadership and how you've taken the church through some tough days this year. As you guys made some decisions, and you made some tough decisions, and we're so proud to partner with you guys and just walk this journey with you. And thanks for stepping up to serve. Absolutely. And your kindness and your generosity, and just to remember and to honor why we do this. You guys are the epitome of the Oklahoma Standard, and we're really grateful that you're on our team.
Well, thank you for that. That means a whole lot. The church is 135 years old since 1889, as you said. Started literally the Sunday after the land run.
Right.
So in this downtown location, and it's only grown and grown and grown ever since. And we're happy to be right here in the middle of downtown. I'm happy to be the new pastor and helping the church come up from adversity. And as you shared, adversity always brings people together.
It does.
And being able to fight through and struggle through and persist with hope has brought a lot of joy back. And I think the partnership with the marathon will definitely be another piece that will bring our joy.
We'll check back with you on race day and make sure you're still singing our praises.
We will.
Okay.
There's no doubt. It's a positive partnership. I don't ever make enemies. I only make friends.
That's right.
We will be friends through it all.
Well, we're grateful to you and your people for all you do, and thanks for stepping up.
Yeah, and be sure to check out the pancake breakfast, the blessing of the shoes.
Yes.
Stop by and see you at the expo.
Everyone is invited. Pancakes for all provided for you. Expo will be there also serving pancakes. Saturday night service at 6:30 and 5:30 in the morning, day of.
Okay.
People love the Survivor Tree service.
Yes.
That's a special.
Yeah, people love that. I walk
really
up there and kind
looking
of center
forward to that.
myself, and I always am absolutely knocked over how many just shoulder to shoulder runners standing there getting ready for the day. So
It's
thanks
an honor.
for you
to
guys.
be a part of that sacred space for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
My joy.
All right, I want to harp on it, but we're still looking for people from 4 states.
I know, 4 states. When
And
we
so-
thought maybe we were going
I
to,
thought
maybe Robert was going to
help me with some of his buddies,
but no.
but maybe someone else will step up. But we've never had a year in the last few years without all runners from all 50 states. So if you're going to do it, you want to meet one of these deadlines for prices, and you'll be glad you came to Oklahoma City for a weekend vacation.
It'll be a banner weekend.
It
in
really
OKC.
will.
It's a fun one. So Vermont, West Virginia, Delaware, Rhode Island.
Come on up.
Come on down.
Yeah, coming
And
down
then
down.
next week's podcast is going to be come on down.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I need to learn.
No,
my
you were
geography.
right. I was wrong.
Okay. Next week's podcast is going to be a lot of fun. We've got Tom Grilk, who's the newly retired CEO of the Boston Athletic Association, who will be our guest, and he's coming off a fun night.
Yeah, he will have
the night before.
He will have given a lot of advice and wisdom to more than 100 or so runners we know that are going to Boston to run. Tom led the Boston Athletic Association through their darkest days, and we've just become friends, and he's a great advisor. He and his wife are coming in, and just to have him here and to talk to runners, and for him to experience Oklahoma City too. I think it's something that's been on his list, so we can finally make it happen. I got to be at the Boston finish line. I think you're maybe going this year. I mean, that kind of observation and watching the very best is just some of the best lessons we can learn, and learning from him will be great. So we'll be anxious to see what he has to say.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. So you'll want to be sure to tune in next week as well. Don't forget to let us know how your training is going. Share your thoughts, tips, and suggestions with us at okcmarathon.com/podcast. And that's a wrap for this week's episode. The Run to Remember Memorial Marathon takes place the weekend of April 26th through the 28th. We want you to catch every episode of the Run to Remember podcast, so please subscribe, and if you like it, share it, which we hope you like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Visit okcmarathon.com and follow the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for all the latest updates. This is your host, Kristen Fairs. Let's marathon.